Whenever I go out into the world, I see plenty of guys who are put together and well-dressed and seem pretty confident. Unfortunately, without fail, I see a lot of men who are poorly dressed who either don't know that they're poorly dressed, or even worse, they don't care about clothing and don't care what other people think. Of course, there's really no such thing as not caring. We're all signaling something with our clothing choices, and there's really nothing more ironic than trying to convince people how little you care. Thou doth protest too much, if you know what I mean. But I digress. These poorly dressed guys are easy to spot. They have certain tells that give them away instantly. In this video, I'm going to reveal those tells so you can make sure that you're not making any of these mistakes. And if, as you're watching this video, you're thinking to yourself, wow, I don't make any of these mistakes. Well, congrats, you're probably one of the best dressed guys in the room. By the way, this video is sponsored by Carl Friedrich. In a little bit, I'm going to tell you about their Palisade weekend bag. But first, let's get to the first sign of a poorly dressed man. Number 1, poor fit. The number one style mistake that men and women make is wearing clothes that don't fit their body. Now, to be clear, I'm not telling you that you have to wear fitted clothing. Slim fit does not equal proper fit. Looser, more relaxed fit clothing can fit properly, and these silhouettes can be flattering on certain body types, even more flattering than fitted clothes sometimes. For example, Ethan Wong dresses mostly in traditional straight fits, and he always looks sharp. On the other hand, Brian Sakawa from He Spoke Style wears gently fitted clothing, and he also looks great. Now, I tend to err on the side of slim fit, but regardless of silhouette, there is such a thing as bad fit. When your pants or your sleeves are way too long, that's just incorrect. If your suit jacket is too tight, that's wrong. And if your necktie goes way past your waistband, that's not a good look. But the good news is bad fit is really easy to fix. You just take your clothes to the tailor and they fix them for you. This is actually cheaper and it's less wasteful than buying new clothes, so if you don't have a tailor that you trust and visit often, I recommend looking into that. I actually made a whole video about the process that I use to find a competent, trustworthy tailor, so go check that out. Okay, before we move on, let's talk about today's sponsor, Carl Friedrich. I've been a fan of Carl Friedrich ever since I got my hands on one of their laptop bags a few years ago. Between that bag and then their newer Carry-On Pro that I've been using for a few months, I can definitely vouch for the brand's quality. They're totally dedicated to thoughtful, high-quality product design. Today, I want to show you one of their best sellers, the Palisade Weekend Bag. This structured duffel is made from Italian vachetta leather, which is a full-grain vegetable tanned leather from Tuscany. This type of leather is incredibly durable, and it gets better over time as it develops a patina with use. This bag also has luxury quality hardware, so these Ricagni zippers are reliably smooth, they're durable. By the way, I'm probably butchering that brand name, but these are some nice zippers. I love the size of this bag. You know, it's big enough for a couple of days away from home. It's perfect for like a weekend road trip or, you know, an overnight wedding. It has some organization built in, but unlike a lot of other brands, Carl Friedrich doesn't over-design their bags. It has just the right number of compartments. I normally go for brown leather bags, but this black one is incredibly versatile. It goes with any outfit that I might wear to the airport and any other travel accessories that I might carry. The Carl Friedrich Palisade Weekend Bag comes with a 100-day trial, a lifetime warranty, worldwide shipping, and excellent customer service. So if you need a new weekend bag and you're looking for something higher end, I definitely recommend checking out Carl Friedrich. I'll link to this bag down below in the description along with any valid discounts. And thanks one more time to Carl Friedrich for supporting the channel. Okay, sign number 2 of a poorly dressed man. Multiple visible logos. If you think about it, visible logos are kind of weird. It's like people pay money to a brand for a product, but then they walk around and give that same brand free advertising. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Like if a brand's gonna put a logo on their shirt, shouldn't they pay you to walk around wearing it? Now I get it. Some brands are cool and people want to be associated with cool things. In many cases, people are really just trying to say, I can afford this expensive thing. Of course, in reality, designer logos are usually just a sign of massive credit card debt. But seriously, there's nothing wrong with this kind of subtle wealth signaling. Pretty much everybody does it. I do it, you know, I have a couple of nice watches, and I'd be lying to you if I said that they weren't at least in part status symbols. Anybody that wears a Rolex and says that they're doing it just for the heritage probably isn't being 100% truthful with themselves. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a subtle flex, but it can go too far, and when it does, it totally backfires. If you're wearing 2 to 3 different logos, especially designer logos, it comes across as trying way too hard. And the funny thing is, people who really do have high status or a lot of wealth, they don't need to show it off. So I recommend avoiding logos really altogether, but if you do want to wear a logo, stick to one tasteful logo and make sure the brand really resonates with you. I get it if you want to wear a Ralph Lauren shirt with the little Ralph Lauren logo or a Lacoste polo or something like that, or even some Common Project sneakers with a little gold lettering, that's fine. Just don't be a billboard. Sign number 3 is too much color. Now, it's not easy to combine a bunch of different colors into a cohesive, aesthetically pleasing outfit. This takes a creative eye, a lot of trial and error and education, and frankly, most people who try are not pulling it off. It's rare to see someone wearing more than 2 or 3 colors in a way that actually works well. So wearing a lot of colors at once is usually a mistake. Even wearing 1 or 2 really bright colors can be a mistake, especially for guys with really fair skin, because it totally washes them out. Now, most of the really well-dressed guys who I see out in the wild or on social media are only wearing like 1 or 2 colors, and most of their wardrobe consists of neutrals. In fact, a lot of well-dressed guys just wear all neutral colors. Sometimes they'll throw in a small accent with an accessory, but you can go a long way with just black, white, and gray, and brown, and olive, navy blue, cream, those kind of menswear neutral colors. At the very least, these make a great foundation to add one bolder color. So my advice is to stick with 1 or 2 colors per fit and keep the rest of your outfit kind of neutral. Sign number 4 is mismatched formality. Now these days, it's okay to break the style rules, and you usually don't have to dress to a specific dress code. For example, done correctly, sneakers can look okay with a suit. A dressier watch can work with a more casual outfit. But for the most part, you want your outfit to be cohesive in terms of formality. Casual or business casual or black tie. One mistake I see all the time is guys mixing formalities, but not in an intentional way. For example, I'll see guys wearing boat shoes with like business casual outfits or even suits. This is a bad look. Boat shoes may seem like loafers, but they're not loafers. They're a very casual type of shoe, and they totally ruin a business casual or a formal look. Another example is wearing a backpack with a suit. It's just a mismatch. It's much better to carry a messenger bag or a briefcase. Even a slim portfolio to keep your laptop and documents in. These styles are much more in line with the formality of a suit and with the formality of wherever you're going in a suit. So unless you're making an intentional statement like wearing sneakers with a suit, it's best to kind of try to avoid these formality mismatches. Sign number 5 is overly trendy outfits. Now, there's nothing wrong with trends. Pretty much everything that anybody is wearing was at one point a trend. And experimenting with trends, picking up 1 or 2 pieces and seeing how they work for you is a great way to breathe new life into your wardrobe. But you never want to look like you just walked out of an H&M and you just bought everything on the mannequin. This makes it look like you're just trying really hard to be cool and relevant and on trend. It's kind of a subtle sign that says, I don't really have a strong sense of personal style, so I'm just kind of wearing what these brands are telling me to wear. On a practical note, following trends that closely will almost guarantee that your wardrobe will need to be replaced every couple of years. The most stylish men I know tend to buy high quality versions of things that they know that they're going to get a lot of use out of, that they're going to wear for 5 or 10 years. For me, it's things like brown leather boots and white leather sneakers, slim straight chinos, dark blue jeans, casual button-up shirts, and wool overcoats. These are going to last so long, they're going to outlast whatever's trendy right now. This kind of gets at developing a sense of personal style. And of course your style can be influenced by specific trends. My style was heavily influenced by slim fit clothing, and that trend, I still wear slim fit clothing, but it doesn't change that much from one season to the next. And sign number 6 is putting in 0 effort. Now, we've talked a little bit about trying too hard, but honestly, I think trying too hard is better than not trying at all. Effort is not bad. Yes, it can go too far. You can look too perfect. Your suit can be too tailored. If you don't have, a hair out of place on your head and your suit's kind of tight and you're wearing 10 different accessories, yeah, it might look like you're trying a little too hard. It might look like you care too much about your appearance. People are very sensitive to narcissism, and it's a turnoff. But I would argue that that's better than looking like you don't care at all. If you ask a woman what they want a man to wear on a first date, they'll usually just say, I just want it to look like he tried. But these days I see a lot of guys who clearly just prioritize comfort over everything else. Guys wearing baggy cargo shorts, graphic tees that are a size too big, running sneakers even though they're not running anywhere, and a totally utilitarian haircut. I see guys at the airport and the grocery store wearing lounge pants and slides. It's like they just rolled out of bed and just started their day. And at the risk of using a totally overplayed quote, Tom Ford famously said that dressing well is a form of good manners. And I kind of agree, just like good manners or any form of etiquette, putting some care into your appearance is a way of respecting other people's feelings. It helps you get along with people, it provides that social lubricant, especially with strangers who you've never met and who are judging you based on what you look like. Remember, your clothes are always working. They're either working for you or against you, but they're always working. So yeah, it's okay to care. It's okay to try. So that's it for today. And I'd love to hear from you. In your opinion, what is a sign of a poorly dressed man? And on the flip side, what's one sign of a very well-dressed guy? Share your thoughts down below in the comments section. If you have any questions for me, ask them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. I read almost every comment except for the trolls. Thank you as always watching, and until next time, stay stylish.